Because of Facebook.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hopefully, if somebody's listening during our off time, let us know that the volume, is it too loud, too quiet? We have music, so if you're like, oh, you guys have music, too low. But welcome back. So we just had some talks and ate dinner, and now we're picking up after dinner. So whatever you guys would like to do.
We're just gonna go off to train. We'd probably find like a training room, and Wick would start like showing some basic exercises to strengthen yourself up.
I am going to struggle heavily.
Wick would show the modified push-ups from your knees, and like if you can't do this, don't squat quite as low, like full on like Jillian Michaels, like.
All right, roll personal trainer.
Can you come out with like a block of wood that you have to do steps on?
That's gonna not go well for Wick.
Do some stair stepper exercises.
Yep.
And so what are you two doing?
Shadow bugs.
Staircase.
Sure.
Okay, how are you
And
going
is
about
like
it?
a little skeptical, but she'll go.
I'm gonna go talk to the guards that took us last time.
Okay. Oh, Sai, what do you need?
Remember where we went last time?
Yeah.
We need to go there again.
Uh,
I already talked to Garrick about it.
all right, let's go. Just the two of you.
Just two of us.
Okay.
Just
They circle up and bring you over there.
Cool.
You show up a little bit after a little while. One of a cloaked individual comes out. Yeah, Sai, what can I do for you?
Want to talk to what's his name?
Valgus.
Want to talk to Thalgus?
Yeah, he's
I
not.
only remembered it.
He's not here at the moment. What can I do for you?
Would like to get some information. I'm not sure if you guys deal in that kind of thing, but
No, you might want to try the Wraithbanes.
okay, I'll be right back.
Sai comes back covered in like sword through his stomach, like
Yeah, just blood. They said I should talk to you.
What information are you looking for?
I look around and just say, like, can we talk somewhere more private?
This is private enough.
Is it though?
What would be
Yes.
We're trying to find out if you know any information on who the True Swords might be fighting in the upcoming event.
Well, it's not decided yet.
I know it's not decided, but
We know who some of the fighters potentially will be or are for some of them.
yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for.
And what do you have to trade?
I'm asking you, what do you want? What's your price?
We weren't.
Keep in mind, we did just help you guys out with the mask.
The favor that we are owed. You're saying that you graciously did what was owed to us.
Just tell us what
I thought it was gracious.
Oh my goodness. Just tell us what like sort of grade of thing or whatever you would require for that kind of information.
Well, Thalgus isn't here. He is your contact. Why don't you provide me something and I will deem how much that is worth.
I mean, you realize how much easier it would be for you to just tell us what you want, us to say yes or no, then us go, like, let's see, we can give them a couple drinks, maybe a sandwich. I mean, we can guess all day, but if you don't want it, it's not worth anything.
I don't
How
know what
this?
Thalgus is requesting of you. I can inform him of your inquiry.
That'd be great. He knows where to
probably
find
best.
us.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to say that you could provide to him?
A shoulder to cry on?
Yep, I think that's a nope.
Okay.
Just
I'll let him know.
People need that.
wow. Okay. You're really bad at this. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you. Let's go. Chucklehead.
He goes back.
I thought that went well.
Do you even listen to yourself? Ever?
Time to time.
It shows. Let's go.
Okay, you guys make it back.
Thanks, guards.
Yep, no problem, Si. I don't know what your underhanded dealings are, but I don't want to be involved. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything.
These were actually approved.
So don't worry.
Just so you know, Garrig, signed off on it.
There are underhanded dealings.
He walks away.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
What's up his butt?
I don't really want to know.
By the way, you know I threw my rapier on purpose, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just thought we get that out of the way.
Yep, totally. I also
Didn't want to hurt
threw
you.
my short sword, exactly. Yep, I didn't want to have 3 attacks on you.
Yeah, we didn't want to hurt
really,
each other.
yep,
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Okay. Now that the air's cleared
And
there.
I hate temporary hit points.
What are temporary hit points?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What would you
I'm
guys
like
like to do?
Deadpool. I know I'm in D&D.
I mean, we're probably gonna drink
Dinner?
some.
Drink,
and go to
hang
bed.
out, go
Yeah,
to bed. Okay.
the usual.
You guys can wake up the next morning if you would like.
Full rest.
Yep.
During that time, I probably would have approached a guard and asked about some better armor.
Okay. Well, the best I can tell you is talk to one of the superiors.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming Wick is up first.
Yeah, if you guys want to do anything in particular, we can kind of fast forward it.
Have I seen the dwarf lady at all at any of these meals?
Oh crap, I did have a plan. I've had too many things going on.
It's fine. It doesn't have to be now.
Okay, yeah, no. At the breakfast, you'll see her eating, but you'll catch her glancing your way an awkward number of times.
What's an awkward number of times?
Multiple times of oh hey, made eye contact, made eye contact.
Sai!
Oh, made eye contact.
Sai!
Oh.
Sai, she's looking at me. What do I do?
It's not a good thing.
But no, I don't think. What do I do?
Try using your words.
I don't want to talk to her.
Probably shouldn't have slept with her then.
That doesn't involve talking.
Are you having this conversation at the breakfast table?
Yes.
All the dwarves move a couple tables down.
There was almost no talking required.
Well, good morning.
Hi, Wick.
Hi.
I'm done with breakfast.
Listen. I'll go talk to her.
No,
What's her
absolutely
name?
do not do that.
Hey, that just means that she won't look at you or probably go near you again. That's what you want, right?
No.
What's her name?
It's a dwarven name.
Well, at
Then
least
there's
you
a
know
down.
that much.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm good.
Is
I
it-
ate plenty.
Is it Bronninson?
That's not a terrible guess, but I don't think so.
You give it about a 60% chance it's correct.
No. Maybe one of those syllables is right.
I would do, whatever you think her first name is, and then of the true swords. Make it sound a little more official, a little more flattery.
Braun of the True Swords?
Yeah. Or maybe Brawny of the true swords.
Okay. I'll go talk to her.
No, please do not talk to her. If you talk to her like you talked to the Shadow Cloaks yesterday, this will be a disaster.
Do you want me to go talk to her?
I thought you did pretty well. Then okay, if you don't want anybody to go talk to her, maybe you should do it.
No, I don't want to talk to her. Laura's not looking at me.
I look over at her. Is she looking?
Looking at Anna and
I wave my hand a little bit.
Stop it!
Does she look at me?
No, she looks away and starts eating.
Sigh!
So that's her. Well, she doesn't really seem to want to talk to you either.
Yes! How did you not figure that out already?
I mean, they're all kind of short and
Do
have
not
long
say
braids.
they all look the same.
I did not say that.
Mm-hmm. Look,
I may
it's
have
fine.
thought
I'm done eating. I'm done with breakfast. Breakfast was delicious. I'm done with it.
Yeah. You're in the same clan. This will not be the last time you see her.
I
You
just
realize this, right?
I don't want to. It's fine. And then I take the tray back and I like I don't run, but I power walk back to the barracks.
I go over and talk to her.
No!
You're not here.
When do you do this?
As soon as she leaves.
Okay, so as you're walking up, she's standing up.
Okay.
And, packing up her stuff and like standing up to leave.
Hey, excuse me. Can I speak with you for a second?
Oh, yeah. I'm not into half-elf guys, but thanks.
That's really unfortunate. You should give us a try sometime. But anyways,
Did you hear what she called you?
a guy?
Half elf.
Oh, yeah, same thing.
Says that when I'm not here.
Could I ask you why you're looking over at Anna awkwardly?
I don't really know what to say.
I'm not trying to make this weird. Just trying to. I just want to know, like, do you want to talk to Anna or do you not want to talk to Anna?
I don't really know. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, well, when you figure that out, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. She really wants to talk to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Okay.
You're not there.
I mean, I love it as a
She'll
person,
walk
as a
away.
player. I love it.
Wicked just sat down to eat when she came up to
I go back and sit at the table.
Good morning, Sai.
Morning. How you doing?
Fine. How about you?
Yeah. Pretty good. Had a good conversation with Bron Bronninson.
Bron of the True Swords.
Bron Bronninson of the True Swords. Is that okay? Like kind of in between?
That's a little iffy.
Okay. Bron of the True Swords is fine.
Did you actually get her name?
Absolutely not.
Of course not.
I mean, to be fair, that means that neither of us know it.
Whatever.
All right.
How'd your training go?
Yeah, is Valchar there? I mean, you're there for this,
I'm
right?
there.
Do you have any reaction at all?
Looks
Right now,
he's
I'm
very focused.
I'm focused on trying to change my spells.
Oh, okay.
Valchar, I see you're conscious.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
kill him.
Valchar?
my arm's just also like this.
You like strained a bicep.
They're noodles by my sides.
You know, you could probably do some strength training too.
Why?
So that you're not as weak if you have to, like, pull away from somebody, or pull somebody away from somebody, or go over a wall, or pull someone over a wall. There are things other than just moving quickly that you need to be able to do.
Yep, moving quietly.
Walls have done us dirty in this campaign. This is Valchar, and I know.
Whatever. It was just a suggestion.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll take it under consideration. I'll look over at Valchar. Hey.
Whatever.
Well, seems like your training went well. I think I talked to Greg or whatever his name is, and
It's Garrig. We really should learn the people that we live with's name.
I mean, we're going to have to move on at some point.
Well, we're here until the stupid competition is over.
But he thinks that if we want a chance to fight for the True Swords, that we should submit a plan of attack for the competition. I think that's how he's going to decide who gets to fight and who doesn't.
Great. What's the plan of attack?
I think staying together is the big thing. I mean, the problem is that if we don't know who we're up against, then we won't know how to...
It's called a general plan of attack. What is our strategy going in until we see the opponent's plan of attack?
I think that no matter what, we should stick together.
All three of us or two of us?
All three of us. Because if all three of us stick together, then, you know, we can kind of figure out how we want to do things, or like one of us can split off, but like until we kind of get a gauge for who we're fighting, it'd be good to stay together so that if we need healing or if somebody needs, you know, assistance or something like that, that we'll be able to kind of gauge the opponent that way. But I definitely think that splitting up yesterday was not a good idea, and I'm partially to blame for that, so I apologize.
Yeah, I tried a few things to hopefully try and give us a better advantage. However, I didn't exactly take care of myself in that. So I need to be harder to hit.
Yeah.
I saw what their magic user did with the duplicates, and I have that spell, but I didn't think of it. I was trying to make it so that I was able to buff other people.
Yeah.
But
well, and I know that it's hard to manage all the spells that you cast because you're trying to heal people and you're trying to hold people and you're trying to do all these things, and you gotta always have backups, right? So
yeah, doing all this requires a lot of concentration.
So so if there's anything that I can kind of do for you on the side, I know that I'm far from the most magically adept person here, but let me know.
Honestly, the biggest thing, and I know you're not great at soaking damage either, but it's a matter of trying to distract people away from me, so that way I can help you guys.
Because you said that, that kind of gave me an idea. It'd be hard without Enna with us, but if we could burst down the range people fast enough, because the range people, if we stick together, if we can take out the one or two ranged people that are there, then we'll be able to just isolate the other two, and be able to kind of go, because that'll make it a lot easier for you, because then you can kind of keep your distance and stuff like that. So yeah, I know that that'd be and I know that my big weakness is magic attacks. Like a couple arrows I can, not always, but I can usually deal with. If I see the attack coming, I can usually jump out of the way a little bit. So we should definitely keep that in mind, that trying to burst down the people that are the magic users. I know that both of you have some magic spells that kick ass, so you should definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah. There's a handful of things that I wasn't talking much earlier at breakfast, but I was going through my book of spells that I've written down to figure out things that I know how to do, and there's a handful of things that I feel like I can do to help. However, that cancels out other things. Yeah, because you've seen me do the mirror image. You've seen like spiritual weapon. You've seen like the whole person, but even with some of those, like I can't do a couple of these at the same time. Yeah. So it ends up becoming a thing of, should I focus on protecting myself? Yes. Or
the thing that the other magic user did, where he made a bunch of like clones or whatever. Yeah. Do you have to like hold your focus on that? Or is that one that you can just kind of cast and move on?
I can cast that one and move on.
Because that should almost be at the beginning of the battle, cast it and then start doing other stuff. Because I know Wick, you can probably pitch in here, but it seemed to hinder your ability to take him out at the end there.
I didn't know which one I was attacking.
Yeah, so other people are going to have that same problem.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking too, is starting off at that. Yeah. Maybe even getting my other duplicate in there to confuse people even more. Yeah. And with that too, if somebody doesn't know what they're aiming at, who knows? That could help a lot. Plus, I can actually cast spells through.
And your duplicate can distract in case Sai needs to hit.
Yep. But unless they know that it is a duplicate, but it is a duplicate that can harm. Yeah. So.
Well, and that's the big thing, is that maybe they'll start attacking you and then realize they're not getting anywhere and just move on and start trying to attack someone else. Because I think Wick, you and I are quite durable. Like I said, if I can see the attack coming.
I've also asked a few times now if I can get a new piece of armor.
I think you have to ask the king.
Yeah.
Or the queen.
We talked to Garrig, and he said just to talk tomorrow. which would be today.
Yeah.
So
I'll go find him. You guys finish your breakfast, and I'll go find him.
okay.
All right, I'm gonna go find Garrett.
Okay. Were you doing anything? Because you had some time. You just...
I'm awkwardly
Screaming into a
hanging
pillow
out.
back into there.
I think I'm like wandering the halls, just like walking about.
The true sword halls. The true sword hall.
Yeah, like
I know.
I'm staying in the compound. I think he's willing to see if I run into her.
Yeah, Robinson.
Yeah, so just sort of milling about aimlessly, like, I'm probably not even paying attention to where I'm going. I'm just kind of like,
Okay. Alright. You can find Garrett after a little while.
Okay. Hey, Garrett.
Yeah.
You got a second?
What's up, Sai?
I think we're finally figuring out what we're gonna do. We have a little bit of one or two more little tweaks that we need to do, but I think we're figuring out a plan.
That was quick. That was what today was all about.
Well, we got started right away. I figure we need all the time we can get, right?
Right.
But I know that you mentioned to Valchar yesterday that trying to protect himself would really help him, and I think we all agree. He, when people tend to focus on him, it has an effect on our group dynamic. So do you happen to know anybody? He said he was looking for some armor and that he talked to you yesterday and you were going to try to get him something today or something along those lines. I was wondering if you had some time now to maybe help us out.
Well, let's see how your presentation goes over with the king.
Okay.
He will be deciding who represents us. My recommendation will help, but he will make the decision.
Okay.
And then at that point, if you are awarded, then request of him. That would be my suggestion.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
He'll go back to whatever he's doing.
I'll stand there awkwardly for a couple seconds and then walk away.
you probably see me wander by. You just don't even notice you. just like mumbling to myself.
Garrett just keeps going. He just like, I'm not dealing with it. It's fine.
You already have to deal with us.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? The plan was essentially for you guys to go into the training room and come up with strategy and test it out and work on it. So if you guys need like other dwarves to help you, Garrett would make that offer. Thrisden will be there to help as well, and I'm sure would help.
Yeah, you just have to track me down.
Yeah. So, It sounds like you guys kind of already have what you want. You just put it into effort and work on it a little bit through the day, I'm guessing.
Wick is pretty much just going to follow along with whatever anybody drags her to.
Okay.
And, like, be as cheery as she possibly can be.
Literally drag you, or
she'll follow along. Like if somebody says, "Hey, why don't we go practice training?" She'll be like, "Okay, sure, let's go do that."
Is it to the point where people are like, "No, it's fake," and you're not being yourself, or
I don't know. They might have to do insight checks.
Okay.
Hey, I think that we should go check out the training ring and maybe try some stuff out. Well, try to get a bunch of different types of warriors together and see what they can do and see how we can, because I think that getting their insight might be super helpful.
Agreed.
I'll do for Garrick when he walks in and throughout the day.
However, when is this fight? Wasn't it in
17?
In like tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow, but we're supposed to meet with the king and talk about our preparations and our tactics going into it.
If it's tomorrow, then we can do another sparring session with these guys, see how it works. But if it was today, then I don't want to burn through spells that could be useful in the fight.
It's tomorrow, right?
The event is not today.
Yeah,
right,
we have
okay.
we have one more day until the event.
Okay.
At least one more day, and it depends on who pulls the first round of fighting, right?
Right.
Yeah, we have at least one more day.
Okay.
And no, you did not roll high enough.
All right. Yeah, it would have been 17.
You guys have the rest of today and basically tomorrow, today to train and then talk with the king. So that's the plan for today. You guys tell me when you want to just ready for the king, and we'll fast forward.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
6.
No.
Wick seems really excited. She seems to have really gotten over that fight yesterday.
I'm glad Wick's doing better. Yeah.
So I would say let's give what we tried a shot.
Yeah.
See if that helps us at all.
Yeah. Let's head down to the sparring ring. I'll go try to find Anna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Easy enough.
hiding, and you can eventually find me.
Do we want to get the same team composition as we had yesterday?
We should try fighting other compositions.
Okay. Because I know we struggled with yesterday's.
Mm-hmm.
What if they were all ranged and/or spellcasters?
Yeah.
Their damage is going to be very high, but also they should be. I mean, they don't exactly wear a ton of armor.
It depends on the spellcaster.
I know.
I mean, look at me. I'm technically a spellcaster.
Would you agree that as of right now, that typically the most potent spellcasters wear less armor? At least the ones that are using
There are some
spells that damage
clerics who
us.
can wear full plate armor, which is more than I can wear.
Well, let's just hope we don't run into them.
I'm just saying, we should try. We've tried that team composition of one range / melee, maybe not great melee, but / melee. One strong melee fighter and one strong spellcaster. We should see if we can maybe find some sort of different composition, because that's not what that is not necessarily what all of the teams are gonna be made out of. Because look at us, we have 2 strong melee fighters and 1 spellcaster.
So, how would you categorize the different types of opponents that we might find?
Melee, ranged, and spell.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously mixes of those.
Yes. But those are the 3 kind of basic that you would see. All ranged would be very bad for us, because if we get in close to try and get them, they can probably take out Valchar very easily.
What's to stand in their way then? I think that's how we should start every battle. Is like either you or I. And
But that's
both.
the opening move. If you play chess, is a thing in this world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like enough.
Oh yeah, there's a thing in the book about it. If you play chess, you have opening moves, but you can only predict what your opponent is going to do to a certain extent, because otherwise you fall into the same game, and it's A, boring, and B, you know who's going to win before you even get halfway through the game. So we need to not just say this is our opening move, because guess what? If that's our opening move every time, and we use the same moves following, A, it's not going to be efficient against everybody that we fight, and B, I'm talking a lot, sorry.
No,
You're right though. My
It's
brother
good.
and I used to play a lot of chess, and she's spot on.
I mean, what's the best way to start a battle then, though?
Start it together.
Right.
I hate to say it, you can't be the first one out. Even if you are faster than me, you have to let me get in against whoever is closest, or whoever we deem the most dangerous.
I agree. To be honest, I was thinking a little bit based off of how much she did damage to you, and
Some people have really great opening moves. If they get that surprise attack or that first attack, they can do a lot of damage.
It's a specialty of mine. It's not for everybody, and
Yeah.
I'm more effective at the beginning than I am later.
right.
We need to determine, do we think a ranged fighter is more dangerous than a spellcaster, or is a spellcaster more dangerous than a ranged fighter?
I think a ranged fighter is more dangerous up front than if it gets down to it. I think the spellcaster ends up being more powerful later. However, knowing my own ability, if I strictly cast spells, I get tapped out real quick. So.
But spellcasters could be clerics who can heal. Some paladins can heal, even if it's just themselves. So we have to determine, if we go into a fight where it's one of each, like it was yesterday, Do we go after the Emma of the group or the spellcaster of the group?
I think that the goal should be to take out the weakest person, because just getting them down to a 3v2 is quite the advantage.
So we go after the spellcaster.
So we go after the spellcaster, because that, I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many times you were hit by that spellcaster, but that spellcaster hit me for,
he tried to hit me a
he
lot.
took it way out of me really, really quickly. I know, Anna, that you can do that too.
Trust me, I know.
But the bonus of the spellcaster is they might be able to do it to multiple people at once.
Right.
I can tear down one opponent relatively quickly if I can hit them.
But a spellcaster could theoretically hit all three of us and
Especially
do a
if we're
lot of
together.
damage.
Or
especially
control
openings.
somebody like you're holding spell or the duplicate spell.
I also have the ability to command someone.
Yeah, exactly.
So our opening move is to start off together.
And for you to cast multiples.
Yep.
That's his opening move.
Right.
As a group, our opening move is to stay together.
Right.
Our choice then would be most important person to attack first is going to be the spellcaster.
I think that what we should do is
We want to gauge most to least important to attack first.
Right. So like I think that whoever comes right up to us in their first move, we should just ignore them, because they're they wouldn't be coming up that close if they were weaklings, right? So like whoever comes up first to us, we should literally avoid and just go after somebody that's sticking still or drawing a bow or readying magic, something like that.
If they're not already, if they can't hit us, then when we run around them.
They can only hit one of us if we're all fast enough, or they can only hit the slowest.
It's true.
I mean, I kind of hope that they hit me, because I can kind of escape from slippery situations.
They're also less, well, you have decent armor now, but they have a harder time hitting me. What I would say is you would wait until one of us have moved.
I can agree with that. I am not beneficial close. 100%.
Can you? This is just a me being an inexperienced question. But like, say my, rather than hold my action, can I roll my initiative and then choose to be lower?
Yes.
Technically, no. I
It
thought.
depends.
You can.
Every DM does it differently.
Yeah.
Right.
Some
You
play
can only
you can
do it
take a
once.
lower initiative. Some people say that you can move your initiative to a lower point
Right.
and that's it forever.
Yeah.
It's how you want to
Yeah.
do it.
I think.
The reason I ask is because it doesn't make a ton of sense for somebody to walk up to me and for me to just be like, well, this is my first turn and it's my turn, but I don't want to be here, but I can't move because I can only hold one action, right? So like, it doesn't make sense to me that if somebody's walking towards me, I wouldn't be able to dash around them and then get in combat because I haven't done anything yet. I'm just kind of watching. That's what I'm wondering, if I can just like purposefully be like, I'm right beneath
Wick
Wick.
or something. Yeah.
I just want to know how you'll play it, just because that might come into play from now on.
Yeah, we can. Don't hold me for future sessions because I didn't think about it till now for this, but we can bump your thing. It will be permanent for the rest of the fight. Down.
Yeah, for sure.
You hold your turn until instead of hold your action.
Right.
But I think if you're, I will warn you up front. If you're going, like, if you're 19, you're 18, and there's a 17, I'm gonna roll the dice and see. Maybe you go below the 17 as well. So maybe like you're not gonna be 100%
right
because we're gonna shift it. So there might be some. You might not get exactly where you want, but you can go after.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
seems
Sure.
That seems fair.
That seems
Yep.
reasonable.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
And then that's your spot forever in the initiative order.
So I think I should just wait for you to do something, and otherwise just kind of hold my ground.
Okay. So I guess I go in first.
Mm-hmm.
Our strategy is we stay together. We determine who the weakest, the best first target is. Our most important to get out first to least important would be spellcaster, ranged, melee.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do good up close fighting, but we can't just leave you alone.
I'll be close. I can be like just right behind somebody, so I'm not in direct combat. Because I mean, this is what happened when we fought with Cavarro. I'd be just directly behind Cavarro, And exactly.
I
don't know why I said that in character, but I was able to cast spells, heal him directly, but also be hidden enough to where I'm out of reach for somebody.
Well, you're going to be easier to hide behind Sai than me.
Yeah.
And Sai will possibly get an advantage, be able to hit better if you're there distracting, even if it's
gonna have to be threatening.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this, I'm not counting it for advantage. Like if you're like trying to, if you're trying to get cover.
That's an in-character. This is an in-character thing.
Okay.
Like I, as a player, understand that.
Gotcha.
Wick is saying there is a chance that if the opportunity comes out and you need to, you can provide that advantage.
Yeah.
Say I go down or whatever.
Sai, you move probably way quicker than I can keep up with, though. However, I do have my duplicate. My duplicate can also lend assistance.
What if you... So you can, like, hold people in place, right?
Yep.
And you can command... You said you can command people earlier?
Yep.
What if the first person that comes at us, you just command them to run away?
I can do that.
You know, and at least then we know, like, all right, well, keep an eye on him or her because they're going to come out of nowhere.
Yep. However, and here's going to be the kicker, I have 2 spells that are going to be super beneficial for this situation. One is going to be able to possibly protect all of us in a way. One is going to be holding somebody in place.
Right.
So
you don't want to hold somebody for nothing.
So I would have to stop the other spell,
right,
in order to hold somebody in place.
Mm-hmm. Well, based on real world fighting, when you held somebody in place, that was very beneficial to you. You did a lot of damage.
Well, yeah. When they can't defend themselves, I can just go up to their kidney or their spine or whatever. Like, obviously not while in this match, but like I can just find their weak spots and just go.
Which is why
I make that noise in character.
Why I asked at the beginning, what is more important, to protect or to aid for damage? Because I can with this spell, which is Spirit Guardians, which is out of character, I can. It's essentially an aura of around us that can damage anybody who gets within 15 feet of me.
Out of character, it's a rad spell.
Really is.
Out of character, it's a rad spell.
I think
we want these over faster.
I'm also checking to see how much damage it actually does.
It's 3d8.
Yeah.
So anybody who starts their turn in
Let's
they make a save.
we should practice some of our options and kind of see which one's better.
I agree.
think it would again be a case-by-case basis where we see what we're up against. If we're up against 3 melee fighters,
Yes.
throw that out there. And
if we're against more ranged, then holding somebody in place is probably going to be better.
Exactly.
We can also all decide this as they enter. It's a ring, I'm going to assume.
Or some sort of
arena or something.
So we can probably see who we're up against, and we can talk amongst each other to
determine.
Yeah.
But for the presentation, we start together and we do our best to make sure at least 2 people stay together.
Yeah.
Sai is always backed up by one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From there,
whether in duplicate or in reality.
Yes.
Yep.
You protect.
It's like a 4-on-3.
You protect yourself.
Yep.
And Sai and I go in and hit as hard as we can, as quick as we can.
That's how you should prioritize your spells, though. Is like anything that protects you when you're in immediate damage or danger.
Protect
just
yourself.
do it. Protect yourself first, because we can take a beating.
Okay. So let's practice these and then present to the king.
Okay. I can do the Spirit Guardians twice since it's level 3, so I can only practice that twice today. The only other one that I have is Mass Healing Word.
I kind of picture like the practice that we do being more like
a slow walkthrough or something like that.
Yeah, like
but it's
we
still
have like
figuring out.
we have like instead of actually casting the spells, we get like hangers with little like creatures. Little fishing line.
A little diorama, like
Yeah.
arts and crafts. The first half of the day is spent in arts
you're
and
50,
crafts.
You're
The
50
second
feet away
half
from me.
is
You're getting
training.
hurt now.
Yeah. Like LARPing it, essentially. LARPing.
I'm LARPing
Sure.
my own life right now. What is
Fireball beanbag.
Several beanbags.
Just a pile of beanbags.
Yeah.
Fireball.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to who was the magic user yesterday? Trazen.
Jeez.
Drizzle.
I've also never used
Drizzle?
Spirit Guardians,
Drizzle.
so I don't
It
know. I
was
guess I
Drizzle.
wouldn't know
Drizzle.
how effective it would be.
Drizzle.
I'm gonna go talk to Thriston.
Okay.
He's in the sparring area.
Yeah, he'd be in there again.
Okay. Hey, Thriston.
Yeah.
Question, and this is from an ally's point of view. We're trying to figure out a plan for if we are the ones that go into go into battle. What is your weakness? Like as a spell user, like what's the thing that can take you down the most?
Well, it's a tough thing because I have spells that give me protections against certain things.
Right.
I'm a pretty self-protecting individual.
Okay.
I focus a lot of my abilities on keeping myself up.
Yeah.
Your gnome friend took a long time and didn't do much because I focus a lot on internal protection.
Right.
Multiple people attacking me at once would be really devastating.
Okay. So basically, a lot of people focusing on you.
Your friend Enna would, or I guess he would have known your name. You guys would have talked. Enna would be a very strong counter.
Yeah.
to
So
someone
like
me.
burst damage, a lot of fast damage would be your biggest threat.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I think we're gonna do some kind of walkthroughs, like maybe some options for tactics. Would you like to help us out?
Sure.
Okay.
Garriga just said if anybody needs help, I'm willing to. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Thriston is in to help us out if we want.
Garrick's gonna show up around this time. Well, the morning's about over. What do you guys need for the rest of the day? Anything?
Practice.
You wanna fight again, or?
I think if we did like a not like a real fight, because obviously if we're gonna fight tomorrow, we don't want to have our wounds healing.
Oh, we're not fighting tomorrow.
We're not?
No, it's the next day.
Oh, okay. Yeah then.
Huh. Okay. What do you want? What would help? What do you guys need to face?
Who do you want to face? What types of individuals?
I almost don't, because we wouldn't be able to choose in the fight.
No, we won't. You said we have the rest of today, and we're not fighting tomorrow. The competition starts 2 days from today?
Right.
I hate to say this, I really do. But I just know if we don't fight it now, if we don't train against it, we're going to go up against it. I want to fight 3 spellcasters. Preferably at least one of them being a cleric. Somebody who can heal.
That's going to be a
Is
tough
that
one.
an often fielded scenario?
Well,
It happens.
there are people like me who can do some spellcasting but are also good at melee. Other warlocks, like Azanar, they may not be only spellcasters, but they have spellcasting and can all 3 theoretically attack from a range. I just feel if we don't...
Do you have that option?
There's some individuals I could talk to, see if they're willing to help.
And I would like at least one cleric against us.
That'd be a good one. Or Paladin.
Clerics have more healing
That's
than
true.
paladins do, and that's what I'm most concerned about.
And I think the biggest thing, if I'm speaking for everybody, you on that tactical challenge, I think that you watching and giving us advice would be very helpful.
All right.
Or maybe some afterthoughts, what we could do better next time.
Especially knowing how we fought last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could we set the rule of just going to half HP and then we bow out? Like that's out of character. Out of character.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like you're about halfway to where you
Sure.
drop,
Just that way we can
That's
maybe
like-
fight a second.
That's like 1 hit for me.
Well, I don't want to go overboard, but if you're fighting spellcasters and you're going to be half-life, you're going to lose extremely quickly. They do a lot of damage.
How about we just pull our punches a little bit? You know, we don't want to be unconscious when we're supposed to be meeting with the king.
No, we should go all out if we're going against 3 spellcasters. Garrick has a point.
All right, we're all out then.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you very much.
Might need your help.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't... I gotta come up. Thrisden will be one of them. I already have him ready to go. Do you want to pick...
curious, but what do you?
Yeah.
If that background was any sort of indication, I'd love for that to be one of them.
You're what? You're wondering...
Oh, I was wondering what...
Thrisden is?
yeah.
Oh, you would notice. He's a warlock.
Damn it. Okay.
He was hitting you guys with Eldritch Blast.
I can take cleric.
Okay, see, I would have known that.
No.
Yes, you would know that. That's
Okay.
why I'm just
What
telling you.
level do you want for cleric?
How difficult do you guys want this?
As difficult as it would be for if we were in the actual fights.
Give it 5 then. Which one do you want to do?
I'll take cleric.
You want to do the cleric?
Level 20.
Ah!
Dead.
Oops.
And if
Lesser healing. Oh my god, I feel great.
Yeah, it's like, hang on, let me use my weakest spell on you and... Oh, what do you mean you're at full health? I just cracked my knuckles.
I haven't done anything yet.
I can't explain it.
if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves and do any strategy, any additional stuff,
Translation, let's vamp.
vamp, yeah.
Vamp. I mean, like, I know this is terrible, but Wick would
do.
probably have just gone silent after her little, like, this is what we should do.
So remember, in front, behind us.
Yep.
Let me go out first.
It's a good plan. It's like we've all brought up, though. Plans can go sideways. So...
I mean, the nice thing is that I should be able to hit these bastards. I mean, fellow honorable true swords.
Heal Sai before me.
I'm going to make that judgment based on what I see.
Yeah.
Sai hits harder than I do.
And you take damage better than I do. I mean, it's tomato.
Just make sure this isn't just stupidly good.
Because if we lose someone, they're out. Even if I heal them. I'm assuming... Is that part of the rules?
Huh?
If I heal someone after they're out, I assume they're just out.
You can ask the question, but no, you can keep going.
I would love to ask the question too.
Yeah, then yeah, they can get up.
Okay. So...
We need to take out the healers first then.
Yeah, apparently.
That's why Wick wanted to make sure there was at least one healer in this party that they fought. See, that was legitimately Wick's. Do we want to prioritize the spellcasters, the healers, or the ranged weapons?
We've all played World of Warcraft. We know how it
I've
goes.
never played
Actually, I don't think. I think
I also haven't.
I think only you and I have.
Oh, come on!
That's why I said Stormwind. I looked around to confused faces. I'm like, what is this? This is D&D, right?
Are we sure?
So yeah, the healers are the priority almost no matter what.
Exactly.
How do we know, though? How do we know who's the healer? It's not like they wear something that says, I am a healer.
Depending on what kind of cleric, they might have their symbol visible.
Also, it becomes pretty obvious the second we see somebody go over to heal someone, you take the one who started healing down.
I can do that.
While
With
we're
help?
taking our healer.
It's a little harder.
I will be within range of you guys, just not in direct combat with someone else.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's hard because, you brought up chess. Yeah, you can't have an aggressive strategy without making some risks.
You have to determine what pieces you are willing to lose first.
Voucher.
No.
That wasn't an actual question? My bad.
Also,
Come on, that was a joke.
Not a good answer. Because guess what? If you go down, I can raise you back up. And you are back in the fight.
And I don't want to hear this argued about, I hit softer than you, and I can't heal as well as you. I can only do it a limited amount of times, and not nearly as strong as you. I'm the piece that gets sacrificed first if we're talking in chess terminology.
Strategically, that does sound right.
Garrick walks in. Well, I was able to find 2 other individuals who will help. 2 other people walk in behind him.
Actually, there's one more thing. If we are doing this as if we were fighting it in the actual competition, do you at least have better armor for Valchar?
Well, that's not up to me. That'll be up to the king.
For right now, for the training.
No.
Okay.
I'll have to fight this as a handicap.
Okay.
Which is nothing different from what it's been for the last couple months.
No, but it would have been nice to know what we were working with.
I agree, but this is all just part of proving ourselves.
Exactly.
Let's assume that anything we're working with is going to be the same or better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, take your positions.
I'm going to step behind these 2.
Okay. About the same, 20 feet away. I think the 3 would line up just in a line.
Okay, so they're 20 feet away from us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at them, do any of them look like clerics? Are any of them wearing white robes or have a symbol of a healing?
You see the one from God, there's too many things open. Thrisden, and you see one person wearing what armor?
So it happens to be an elf, and is
oh my god, no.
is wearing actually a breastplate with a shield and an amulet.
And then the one on the other side of it is wearing a cloak over most of it. You can see some leather appearing armor.
Amulet.
Yep.
So, well,
Focus there.
begin.
There you go. Less so.
You are on our side.
Is that a nat 1?
Yes.
That's okay. I got a 4.
Our clerics
I got
aren't
4
doing so
total.
great.
Oh, 6 total.
It's okay. I could roll bad too.
You're gonna do that in the competition, right?
Wait, what did you roll?
12.
Total?
Yes.
I actually legitimately am going first.
All right.
I got a 19.
Wick, Psy. Oh wait, you got a 4.
I rolled a 6.
I forgot to look at my pluses. This one
Well,
has.
this would be interesting if it is 3 in a row and then 3 in a row.
And then, okay, so then it's gonna be.
One of them rolled a 5, so
Oh.
Oh, it's only a
one
plus
of, one
1.
of his characters did.
Valchar. And you had 4 total.
4 total. Shisana is her name. I looked up an elf name
All right.
generator.
Wick, you're up first.
Okay, I go after the one who looks with the amulet.
Okay.
Clericy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sword.
And I use my magic. I cast Hex on her.
Okay.
Sure.
Them.
Unknown.
I cast Hex on them and then use my magic short sword.
Perception check.
Well, elves are complicated anyways. That is
Right.
They are.
elves can legitimately change their gender every day.
Just
25
in
to
what
hit.
canon?
D&D lore, Mordekins. Elves can now change their gender at will after a long rest.
Huh?
It's literally in Mordekin's guide.
I don't know what
Who's
Mordecai's guide
Mordekin?
even is.
It's the Tome of Foes.
It's one of the D&D expansion books.
I'll keep that.
Anyway,
in
It's
mind.
brand new. It came out a few months ago.
It
You
came
can't
out in
expect us
May.
all to know it.
25 to hit.
Do a pickup line for Anna. Are you Mordekin?
I'm
No?
assuming
Okay,
that's
never
gonna
mind.
hit.
25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. And you have Hex on you. That is 12 damage.
Actually, wait. Hold on.
Excuse you?
I have a thing.
Probably reaction.
Yes, I do. Where is
Do
it?
not tell me what
I'm gonna
25
use
doesn't hit.
Warding Flare, and I'm gonna make you roll with disadvantage.
Is that a reaction?
Yes.
Great, 25 to hit.
Wow.
I
Roll
rolled
it.
better.
Yeah.
Okay, how much damage was it?
It was 6 plus 5 plus 1, so 12.
Is she dead?
No.
You did really good.
Then,
I probably took her about a third of her damage based on our
Sai is
cleric.
up.
Ooh. How far away is the cleric elf? By the way, I feel really
Oh,
bad
20
that
feet.
Garrett went and like, hey, would you mind helping us out with something real quick? Yeah, sure. What's up? Oh, God.
Just all focus fire.
Garrett, I hate you. How far away?
They're about
20
20
feet.
feet away.
Okay.
If Wick can get there, you can get
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna walk up there slowly, and no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna go Rapier first.
Okay.
I'm so good before it rolled onto a 3, and then my offhand. That is a 11. Yeah,
Alright.
just what we talked about.
Probably harder to hit than I am. So.
Who isn't?
Not if you've gotten the armor you wanted.
Yeah.
Don't look at my stuff.
I can see the AC.
Jeez.
Thrisden is gonna just focus up some power and just launch it right behind the two of you. Oh shoot, I have to. Sorry, I gotta check ranges. I think it's only 10 feet.
What's the spell?
It is gonna be shatter.
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so it's just gonna hit the two of you,
Oh.
and you guys are gonna hear just a huge shout. So I need.
Sorry, it's a 10-foot radius, so it would be 20 feet all the way across.
Yeah, I'm gonna just see if I can get all
Okay,
three
yeah.
of them, but I can't. So we can only get
Okay.
the two.
Um,
So I'm gonna need con saving throws. The DC to beat is 14.
great, I got a 17.
15.
Okay, so you guys take half damage. Wow.
Nice.
14, 26.
Wow.
That's not the half damage.
That's the
the
full
full
damage.
damage.
So the half
It's
damage is
13.
13.
That's still a lot for half.
Your ears kind of are
Shatter's a
ringing
sweet
a little
spot.
bit.
Yeah, Shatter's really good.
And then he kind of he holds his
That's my
position
bard now.
next to the
I miss my
cleric.
bard now.
If he's next to the cleric, is he in like melee range with us?
Yes.
He would be depending on which side you went of Wick.
So
Did you
would he
go
be
on
at
the?
disadvantage for this? Although it's not.
No,
it's not one. Yeah, no,
yeah, it's not
one
a
of
spell
those.
attack.
Yep, yep.
It's a saving throw.
My B.
Did you go to the new individual side or Thrisden side?
I went to the side that Wick did not go to since I went
Wick
second.
went right up
Wick
the middle.
went right in the front.
So you
Oh.
have to
Wick
pick
had
a
to go to the
side,
side.
Wick's left or right, and then that. So you would just tell me in front of Thrisden or in front of the new guy.
So, were you standing to the right or left center of Valchar? Because I would have just gone straight.
I would have been standing.
If you just want, I'll roll a dice.
Wick
How
would
about
have been
Yeah,
standing
just
so that
whichever
Valchar was
side.
on her left.
that? To the right. I would have been standing to the
Okay.
right. My
You're-
right. So
You're standing in front of Thrisden.
Okay.
Valchar's up.
I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to walk up behind the two of them again. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the cleric.
Dexterity saving throw.
22.
Sweet.
Why do you hate our team?
All right.
Well,
It's shoot. It's this guy's turn. I should have.
Oh, shoot that. Makes me scared.
Well, no, he didn't prepare.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a new guy. New abilities.
It's a good shoot.
Okay, so this is weird phrasing. Uncanny dodge. Starting at the 5th level, and an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage against you. Doesn't
Yep.
say melee. Doesn't
So it
say
has to be
range.
an
doesn't
attack
say
It has to be an
magic.
attack. They have to make an attack roll, and we aren't making a saving throw.
Okay, but in the future, if they use like Eldritch Blast or something like that, I would be able to have that damage.
Yes.
If I see it coming.
Yeah, when you get to... There's another one. Evasion is the one where you can dodge saving throw stuff. But it comes significantly later.
Because uncanny dodge is essentially you're dodging an attack. You're giving that extra.
Okay.
Where did you said you moved behind?
I would have been behind the two of them.
Like centrally located, probably.
Okay. And where was your mirror images?
They're split to the sides of me.
Okay.
Because that's the wording of this.
Right. So the other mage is going to take one step forward, turn, and a huge bolt of lightning is going to erupt, hitting all of your images and all three of you because you're right in the line in front of him.
And this is what I wanted to do.
Gonna need dexterity saving throws.
Woo!
I don't have. Oh, maybe I do have the.
It would be 8 plus proficiency, which is 3 plus whatever their spellcasting mod is.
Those sweet
So
dexterity
11
saving
plus
throws
their
for
mod.
me.
What mod is a wisdom? It must be charisma because he is 18.
What is he?
Is he a sorcerer?
He is
Not really gonna
a
matter.
sorcerer.
So then charisma, yeah. So
Yeah,
it'd
so
be
plus
11
4.
So that'd be 15 then.
15. Can I borrow some more dice?
Nope.
Can I borrow some more
Yeah,
dice?
you can borrow dice.
So everybody did their saves.
9.
6. Wow, a lot
24.
of ones.
Fuck you.
9,
Wait till we roll strength.
11,
Wait till we try to climb a wall.
20.
Ben Wick can do it in her chainmail.
I can climb a wall.
It's only 26.
Well,
So
Only 26.
if you beat 15,
I
you take 13, and if not, you take the 26.
that is a nat 1 out of me.
And I do need to roll this. I've never done this before, so I wanted to do it. He also then blurs out in a multiple image.
After that attack,
Yeah.
I'm casting.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, that one.
Sure.
Yep, that's
What's the ordering here? Because he.
He hits me. I then.
Is he casting 2 spells in
No,
one turn now?
I'm rolling on the wild magic table, and it says you cast mirror image. So he casts mirror image from the wild magic.
So it's like a double reaction essentially, because it's the initial spell, the effects of the spell, and then my reaction, right?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how that would work.
It-
Just do your damage.
yeah.
Yep. You need to roll a dex saving.
Well, it's a 16,
It's
17, 18.
That's gonna beat it.
Okay.
Mine's only
So
14.
it's not damage.
That's pretty good damage. That is 20,
So 10.
right? Yeah, 20. It would be down to 10.
Okay. Cleric's up.
I'm going to cast a classic move. If any of my people from my Wednesday game were watching, they would know. I cast Spirit Guardians pretty much every session. So, Spirit Guardians, the way it works is concentration up to 10 minutes. It is a 15-foot radius, and I call forth spirits. They surround me. I can designate any number of creatures to be unaffected, so obviously my team. And all affected creatures, their speeds are halved. So here's the questionable part. And when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw and then take damage, half or not. Do you judge that to be it happens on my turn the first time and then anytime they start their turn, or no?
Yeah, anytime they start their turn from now, once you cast the spell.
But does it happen on my turn as well? Do they take damage on my turn
As
well?
the spell takes effect.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because it says on a turn. So it doesn't
That is-
specify their turn. So
That is
that's-
a DM, yeah.
Right. So, like, that's a question for you.
I'd say no for now.
Okay.
It's my reason for today, I think. Because
Okay.
that would just be 3d8,
I mean,
3d8.
it is
Like-
it is a level 3 concentration spell. So, like, there's a reason it's really good.
Oh, okay.
But,
Let's just leave it off for today, and I'll
Okay.
look at it for, well,
okay.
if you decide to use it.
So, you 3 on the beginning of your turn have to make wisdom saves.
Yep.
And
Get advantage on those.
And then
Gnome cunning.
that's. So I'm gonna get out of dodge.
Did your
That's it for
special image go away after taking the lightning bolt?
They all would have.
Okay.
I would assume because it's based on damage, and if it's because it's supposed to be targeting.
It didn't target.
So. Right. So that's where that. Let me look at it.
But it is Wick's turn, so if you want to look well.
Yep.
Okay. So I have to make,
saving.
but I have advantage because of gnome cunning. Ooh, good thing I have advantage.
Yeah, they're all out.
Yeah, that's much better.
They're all out.
Wisdom saving throw. That's a non-natural 20.
Okay, so you take 9 radiant damage. That's half.
Well, it's good knowing everyone
This
again.
is why Wick wanted to do this. This is exactly why Wick wanted to do this. First, Wick is going to use Rally. Good job, Velchar! 7 HP. And then she's going to stab the freaking cleric!
I'm gonna use Warding Flare again to
No, of course
disadvantage
you
on the roll.
That's only a 9.
Nope.
I action surge.
Okay.
I also stab the cleric.
I mean, that's reaction. I can only do it one time.
In which case that is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
You have my hex on you. So that is 14 damage.
Okay. And I have advantage on the concentration check, so that's well over 20. So I keep Spirit Guardians.
On all concentration checks?
I have Warcaster.
So on all concentration?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Oh, so I'm holding a concentration spell, so if I take damage, I have to roll a con save in order to maintain concentration. I have advantage on that because I have Warcaster.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Which I believe means that it's my turn.
Yeah.
Please kill the cleric.
Attacking the player.
You take the damage.
Oh yeah, you have to do a wisdom saving throw first, yeah.
17.
Okay, so you take 10, 18, so you take 9.
I'm at 1 HP.
Fucking great.
Remember what we said?
Yeah.
So now you can take your turn.
And I will. That is a 12.
Nope.
And offhand, that is a 20.
That hits.
And you have an ally who is threatening within 5 feet.
Oh yeah. Wish I'd hit my rapier every once in a while, but you know, pickers can't be choosers. That is 8 damage.
Okay.
Not a damage. 8 damage.
Yeah.
Again, well above 20 on that concentration.
Okay. That was
Thrisden is up.
so close. This is why I wanted to do this though.
So we can get our asses handed to us.
We wanted to see what our weak spots were. Hey, guess what? We found our weak spot.
Another shatter.
That's a.
I'm unconscious.
That's,
I take 1 damage. I'm unconscious. So
DC 14 con saving throw.
20.
11.
22. I can math.
16, 20,
I'm out.
23.
Same.
Same.
So we're all out.
So you guys hear it shattering. Your ears bleed a little bit, and you all kind of drop. To be risen a few seconds later, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Area of effect.
Wow, thanks, Wick. I'm really glad we did that. That was so much fun.
You guys wake up to Garrett clapping. Well, now that you can all... I'll give you guys a moment to catch your breath.
Wick would bow to the 3 people we just fought against. Thank you very much for
They
helping
bow back.
helping us.
Anything we can do to help.
Could you hit softer next time? That hurts a lot.
Could you help us by each fighting all 3 of us? Just the one of you at a time? No? Alright. Thank you.
This is what I asked for.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks.
No, it was necessary. We needed to do
Necessary to know that there's no tactics that'll help against 3?
That's not true at all. You
Okay.
learned what can happen with the tactic that you employed.
So what should we have done differently?
What do you think you should have done differently?
I'm asking you, the person that won the tactics challenge. I mean, you should
Right.
know.
I have
can
my
just-
idea of what you should do. I want to see what you learned from this event.
So grouping up like that.
Provided too easy of a target.
Right, but if we separate,
You
Very-
have to judge it each time. As soon as we were hit with that first attack, where it attacked 2 of us, you shouldn't have come near us. You put yourself in an area of effect where we were hit already.
Mm-hmm.
We should have left when we were. I know it didn't really have too much time to take effect, but when the cleric, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Tristana cast that spell. Theoretically, if we had managed to survive it past another turn, if we'd stayed there, that would have taken us out.
by the time I was at my second turn, I had already had my ass handed to me.
I know.
So if we spread out, I'm not very much help at range, right? So like we can't just range them down while we each get picked off one by one. So what's the answer?
Don't you get bonuses? I mean, out of character. You get bonuses if you're ranged and there's somebody threatening that person.
You still get sneak attack with your range.
Right. But my thought would be that if we're trying to attack them at range, that both of them would be at range also. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make very much sense for you to run in solo.
My range attack isn't great. It's dicey at best if I'm going to hit. What we learned is that grouping up isn't always necessarily the best idea. And sometimes retreat and rethinking your plans. Maybe...
You don't have a lot of time to rethink your plan while you... I mean, we can sit there and chat for a while, but we're gonna be hit while we're doing that. So
the retreat and rethink could just be retreat and pick a new target.
But if we don't kill the healer, then the healer can res them even if we take them down.
However, it takes spells away from the healer. There's pros and cons to everything.
If we're expecting 3 casters to run out of spells before they kill us, that's just not going to happen. That's not realistic.
How likely is it that we would run up against how likely are we to run up against 3 spellcasters in a competition?
It's happened. I would say it's probably not
the most common.
Right. It's a very risky endeavor. You put 3 spellcasters there. They're quite easy to be picked off. Now, the thing about I'm glad you learned the lesson is you can't be all grouped up all the time. You have to play to your strengths and their weaknesses. 2 up front is manageable. I think Valchar should have stayed back, or Sai. Somebody should stay back. Now,
I am not the best up close. So
there's also no reason why Sai has to be standing next to you. What if Sai was standing behind the caster?
Yeah, you still would have gotten...
You could have been attacking and not been hit by any area effect unless they would hit their own targets.
So what we've learned is, instead of you being right next to me, put their ally between us.
It's also... sorry.
No, if you put the ally between us, they can only hit one of us with an area range attack without hitting their own ally.
Yeah.
May I ask what domain you are?
I am light domain. And so you didn't see as much of it, but I also specialize in fire as well. Lots of area of effect. And I also have better armor than a lot of other clerics as well. So I'm still rather hardy, and honestly, out of the 3 of us, I was probably the most able to take a melee hit.
And when you leave the other spellcasters alone, you saw Thrisden, if he's not being threatened and someone else is being focused and it's obvious, he's going to focus on offense.
But against 3 spellcasters, if we're not all going to be in melee, then one of them is going to be left alone to just attack us.
And you're going to have to be able to absorb that at least. There's nothing around that.
Not every spellcaster can hit as hard as we were just hit. not every spellcaster. There are some, and I'm going to make an assumption about the clan we're most worried about, that might like to draw it out, make it more painful, play with their food, so to speak.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about how are we gonna gain the upper hand against 3 casters.
This is the
when it comes down to it, it's a downhill battle no matter how you look at it.
Absolutely, this is one of the worst case scenarios for us because they do a lot of damage. We might have focused incorrectly because if we focused on one of the other characters, geez, one of the other, then you would have had to focus on healing them as
instead
opposed
of attacking.
However, that spell that you had with, I can't remember if you actually see those spirits or not.
Yeah, they're visible.
Those spirits that, unless we attack her or attack whatever cleric, that is still going to harm us.
So, the revised plan is if we go into a battle where there are 3 spellcasters, we don't attack the healer first. We attack the others.
It's definitely something that we have to consider.
We may not be able to
we
win.
didn't have enough time to consider in this battle, though.
Well,
we just didn't.
This was a test.
Like, by the time I swung, and then went unconscious. Like there's not exactly a ton of time to rethink tactics.
Right. That's what this fight was for.
Right. I'm aware. Our
tactics here are incorrect in this situation.
Me being in melee in general was incorrect in this situation. Like it wouldn't have mattered whether I was in melee or not. Like, if I get attacked twice from a caster who's good at dealing damage, I'm down in 2 spells.
That's where you have me.
One thing worth noting is that all of the attacks that you suffered were area of effect attacks, partially because you were grouped up. But so what that means is that if you are separate, the attacks would have gone very differently. They would have been focused on one person or another, rather than everyone being hit. So if you had been far away, you might have only been hit by one thing rather than 3 different things.
So can we, just so we learn from this exact instance, worst case scenario, can we redo this? I mean, because we want to make sure that if we change our tactics that they work, right? This is what we want to plan for. This is the purpose, right?
Yep. I am physically able to, however, not without some healing. And I assume all of us are the same way.
Like I said, the clan can help with this.
Okay.
We can bring additional help down.
If we can get healed again, I have enough spells that we can retry this. I'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage because I have cast, especially...
would be at a little bit of a disadvantage too. I wouldn't get my hack.
And that doesn't... That's long rest?
Long or short.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
we could call this a short rest, getting re-healed back up.
Do we need to have the king meet with you tomorrow? It's pushing it.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think about what?
You've watched us fight twice now.
And I think you've learned valuable lessons in both fights. You can't be all spread out, but you can't be all together.
Do you think that that's enough to help us convince the king to pick us, or should we just...
Well, that's up to you. Yeah, I think you make a strong team, but I think you have your weaknesses.
Every team would have a weakness.
Right, and it's just minimizing that. If you employ proper tactics, you severely limit the other team in whatever they're doing best. And so you've learned 2 compositions.
We've learned what's probably going to be the most likely and what's probably going to be the least likely.
But is going to do the worst to us.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be self-deprecating here or anything like that. But if you guys are looking for a damage dealer, why not take Anna over me? She does the exact same thing that I do, only can do it from far away. Like Anna could have aced one of those spellcasters in a single turn. Like where do I come in? I don't understand why we're taking me over her when that could hurt the group.
Because in my experience, you are the one who deals the most damage.
I do the most, but I also put myself in harm's way to do that.
Which is why I'm there.
But when I look at it, okay, we want melee. Hold on, we want a melee person.
Yep.
We want a spellcaster.
Yep.
And we want a tanky person, right? Tanky, spellcaster.
Yep.
I'm melee, but you're also melee. So why not put in ranged attack, range melee attack? That takes away one of our weaknesses.
Or we take away the other weakness.
Why would we take you away?
You hit stronger. You hit faster. You can do more than I can.
But if it's Enna, Valchar, and me, who's going to be in combat next to me for tell me to do that damage? It doesn't make any sense.
That's the point.
The point is that I think personally that Enna is a better candidate for this group than I am. I don't, like, you have to admit, you felt it. Enna can take out a caster in a second. Right?
If it's initially, yes.
Yeah. So I can't. I mean, I hate to say it, I just can't.
And it doesn't always work under great stress. I know she did well in the fight against us, but...
Enna's there.
Yeah.
But super awkward.
But most battles that we've been in, all four of us, Enna doesn't get touched for 99% of the battles.
That's
So,
because some people are up there taking all the hits for me.
well, right. Mostly Wick.
And you.
You're
Here's
the one
the
that
thing,
goes unconscious so often, though. I mean, like, you take more damage than I do.
Because
That's
I don't
fair.
move away, because I'm not as fast as you.
Neither do I. I don't
Here's
move away
the thing,
either.
Sai. We are great as a 4-person team. We're decent as a 4-person team. You take away any one of us, and it immediately becomes...
Right.
Who's the one you get rid of? Because we all have advantages and disadvantages to being in combat with each other.
But I think that one of my prerequisites is that I'm in combat, and one of your prerequisites is that you're in combat. So if we put two people in combat, we're susceptible to area of effect damage. When we have one person in combat and two people far away on opposite sides on opposite corners, then it's very hard to pick us apart.
Then I go down real fast.
Maybe it's...
Except you have healing.
Maybe
Not
it's
at a
if you
distance.
see a group of mostly spellcasters, you throw daggers that battle.
I mean, if it's me throwing daggers versus you shooting, we both know how that's going to go.
You still get you still do a lot of damage at that point, though.
Not comparatively. I'm just saying, if we can ace one person right off the bat and make it a 2v3, and the three people are in separate corners of the room, how do they win that?
So we're talking strictly spellcasters.
If they have a spellcaster,
Right. If they are 3 tanky people.
I mean, if we're talking about if there's 3 of this, 3 of that, 3
Right.
of this, like there's a worst case scenario for every group, but I'm saying we do the same effect damage, but negate some of the risk involved.
Not necessarily.
Necessarily.
And I can't hit for 90 damage right now.
And it can ace a cat. I mean, dealing 90 damage is only dependent on you casting.
Also not
Your whole
necessarily.
spell.
That's helpful, but it's not necessarily.
I can't deal 90 damage without that.
You have absolutely dealt 40 damage by yourself.
Yeah.
Without
but,
my own.
But how likely is that?
The same
As
likely. Because I have to...
Less likely than Enna doing 40 damage right off the bat.
But you can do it in one hit, whereas I have
I mean,
to...
am I crazy here? Am I the only one thinking this?
3 arrows to do it.
Sai, you just...
I mean, if we're talking about ammo being the
No,
downside.
I have, essentially, out of character, I have to roll for it 3 times.
Right.
Whereas
You
you only
roll
have to
for
roll
it
it
once.
once.
You can do 30 damage in one hit or miss roll, whereas if I'm going to do that, I have to hit all 3 times.
Out
on
of
my
character,
first.
I can't do 30 damage in one hit unless I crit.
Yes, but still.
Sai, you're looking at this coming out from us having just lost completely terribly.
I'm trying to look at it rationally. I don't understand. Out of character. GM, am I crazy here?
No, I think you're wrong. Garrett can speak up if.
Okay.
He's just letting you guys discuss because you guys are learning and finding out other points of
The
each
thing
other.
with the area of effect is a good point, except that we already know how to beat that, or how to make it less likely. Instead of being right next to me, go behind the person I'm attacking.
I'm aware. That's why I want to retry this.
I am perfectly fine with retrying with the stuff that we learned from this fight.
Yes.
One thing I'd like to say is your positioning is almost the most important thing in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondary is deciding if you want to be an offensive team or a defensive team. An offensive team puts Valchar trying to hold somebody and you trying to eliminate them off the bat. That's your game plan. A defensive team has the cleric take defensive abilities, doesn't go down, keeps you guys alive, sustain damage. You have to come up with a strategy of what you want, what fits your team the best. Enna may be stronger in some situations. She's very powerful at the beginning. She has a lot of damage. But there's also the fact that she can drop quite easily if someone can get at her. Much easier than you. But she also has her
pretty
strengths.
easily.
You're a quick dude, though. You are able to dodge attacks fairly easily.
I mean, yeah, being quick is super helpful, but it's a lot less helpful in an arena. I mean, we're limited in how far away I can get, right?
Okay.
Well, you're not going to run.
I can't just go away and
But
hide
the
behind a
same
tree
goes-
like I normally do.
The same goes for me, though. I can only get so far away.
And at a certain point, what if Anna...
I'm
really quick,
I'm done
just-
talking. I'm
just
done
one
talking
more
about
thing.
it. I want to put what we just learned to the test because
Right.
if we don't do that, then none of this makes any sense and we're just wasting time.
Can I say one more quick...
If you want.
Here's the difference between you and Anna. You have range. You can do range things. But you are really good in melee. If Anna ends up against a melee fighter, as witnessed with your fight with you earlier, yesterday, she starts having to make hard choices and takes more damage and is able to do less damage.
I lost that battle though.
Barely.
It's because
Because a
Thriz didn't
warlock
hit you for
hit
like
you.
17 or
If-
something.
Right,
if
but
you
nothing's
had-
stopping that.
If that spellcaster hadn't been there, or if I had been smarter and taken that spellcaster out sooner, you would have taken Anna down first.
Okay.
Right?
It's true, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So we would like to get healed up to full.
All right,
and then-
everybody take a break. We're going to need to rest. Come back. We'll do a short rest, but everyone just heals up for full. They have people tending you. You get a little bit better rest. And
That gives me my spells back.
Can we do free heals more often? It's pretty great. We could have used it in the tunnels.
during training sessions with a whole...
Yeah, when we're in literally our clan's keep.
with literally the whole most of the clan being ordered to support you and heal you. Yeah, you guys can do this more often. If that's your goal.
Sweet. Never leaving the clan again.
I had like I was like this whole time you guys have been going. I'm like I love it because like discussions happening. You guys are going back and forth, and like I didn't think it would take like this long.
They're
but
all
it's awesome.
legitimate
Yeah.
things.
I'm really glad I made the 3v3 when I did.
It really puts us
spices
at a
things up.
weird position.
Yeah, as a 4-player.
Sai, if you still feel the same at the end of this battle, maybe we can reconsider switching one of us, you or me, out for Anna.
Okay.
And just as a out of game note, whoever is sitting out will be playing the other team's character. At least one character in each fight. So Anna wouldn't have sat out for this. She would have been playing somebody else. But yes, we can go back and just do this all over again. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too much.
Still burned. Spells are burned.
Huh?
Since
No,
the spells
your spells are back.
It's a long
That's
rest.
a long
They're
rest
long
thing
rest.
first.
We're just
All right.
you're taking a short rest, but you're having people sit there directly like help
The true
you.
storms have
and
special potions.
Sure.
to-
We're gonna hand wave this for this particular thing.
we don't want to. We
DM's
don't want to
got
waste
here.
time. We don't
DM
want to do all
isn't
this
gonna,
stuff.
Isn't going to throw
So-
random ass
Sounds
stuff
good
at
to
us.
me. So everything is as if we did a long rest.
Yes. All right, let's go. We're doing it. And we
See
still
how
have the whole
initiative goes
tournament
this
to
time.
go after this, so I hope you guys like 3-on-3 fights, because there's a lot of
Oh
them.
my gosh, I rolled another natural 1 on initiative.
I unfortunately did not roll nearly as well.
I rolled better.
You rolled better than me.
Another one.
All right, over 20. Doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
15 to 20.
17.
Ouch, I am so sorry.
Initiative rolls really well. Again.
All right, 10 to 15.
This is bleak.
I've I very rarely roll well for initiative.
5 to 10.
9.
6.
9.
Okay, I gotta see what his. Oh, it was a 2. Okay, so voucher.
All right, let's start spread out this time.
Then 6.
You can also do the
Did I miss?
pause the game for a second
No.
with darkness.
I'm not on
Yeah,
there
yeah,
yet.
and then you last.
I'm at 4.
But that would be super not useful for anyone else.
I have a +3 to initiative. I just want everyone to know. I rolled 2 natural ones. Oh.
All right, Mr. Sai, you're up.
I'm gonna hold my turn if it's okay with you until, actually, against casters, I'm not sure.
Garrig is going to be on the side.
Omen has to be able to hear me.
Sai, remember, don't stand all together against a group of casters.
Yeah, we're spread out. I think starting this one.
Well, we start,
You would
we start as a
probably
like,
need to start in the same. Well, I mean, you
Because it would be
could
the thing
adapt
that
it,
we would
but-
still start. We would fan out as because they're casters,
Yeah.
but we would still start off probably at that.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know. Hopefully, maybe you would, but you probably won't be able to just know. Boom, boom,
Right.
boom.
So I'm gonna fan out to the left.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw a dagger at Tristan or whatever his name is.
Tristan.
Trizana Thurston. It's confusing.
Tristan.
both of them at once.
Tristan
That is a
Angesold.
15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Dagger is D4. Woo! 4 damage. Or the 1.
Oh,
I
okay.
got +3. Then I'm going to throw another dagger.
Okay.
25.
Yeah.
4 more damage.
Okay.
Is he dead? No.
No.
Anyone had him dead by now? Tina, you fat lord.
So what is the rule? You can use one spell per turn, but you can use a spell and
Cantrip.
Cantrip.
It's one spell slot.
So an Eldritch slot or Eldritch Blast is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you could use a bonus action.
That's why I can
In
cast
case you
Hexing
haven't
and Eldritch
noticed
Blast.
from the 30,000 Eldritch Blast that's gone on this session.
I know,
this
right?
game.
And my one.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
I literally had 3 people text me to try again for the fight.
We've been getting a little bit of that on there.
Try again.
Tristan is gonna fan out. He's on the right, so he's gonna fan out a little bit more, kind of matching what Sai did. But he's gonna cast Hex on Valchar first. Fan out and then launch Eldritch Blast. Oh God, what is his plus? So many things to remember.
See, this is the problem of him as a warlock.
How did you not
versus me
prepare
as
for
a
all
warlock.
this?
I know, right? Okay,
the
there
heck?
it is. Oh, you'll miss.
Okay.
Valchar's up.
I'm going to once again start off with Mirror Image.
Okay.
And you said you ran off to the left?
I ran off to the left, yeah.
I'm going to run that direction as well, but not probably 15 feet gap.
Okay.
So
Like half distance.
it'll be enemy, Sai, and then me maybe here. Kind of 15 feet. 15
So
feet
my
away.
way, but not all the way to me.
Yes.
'Cause
Yeah, so
I
you
went
guys
out
are going to
30
be,
feet
it's
back.
going to be Wick, Valchar, Sai, each spread out about 15 feet from each other.
Because Sai went along the line, but you didn't get closer because you threw your dagger, right?
I would say I got a little bit closer, but not
Too close.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So
rushing.
Valchar's staying back.
I'm further back than
Okay.
he
Yeah.
is.
All right.
And then that's going to be my turn. I don't have a bonus action
Okay.
I can do.
Oh, shoot. All right. I need to be prepping for this other guy that I wasn't ready for. That's what he'll do. Let's find it.
When I'm
He
targeted.
is going to do Scorching Ray.
The fact that Valchar went before the next person means that you rolled really poorly on your initiative as well.
I didn't roll great. Yeah, he'll just do it at a second level. He's going to fan out the other way, so they're going to be kind of fanned out diagonally as well. They'll be diagonally. I know you guys are making some weirdish pattern.
Or triangle. Kind of what I was going for.
Well, actually, he's going to cast Scorching Ray because he'd be further away. He's not going to be closer. Because you guys went on Thrisden's side.
Wick is currently still
Technically,
center.
it's my side. I was there first.
Okay, you guys are going side, whatever.
Thank you.
Just for that, 2 Scorching Rays and 1 red at you.
Hypothetically, do I see this coming?
Sure.
Yes.
You're
it's
kind
an
of
attack
looking.
roll, so.
I think only 1 hit Sai. Yeah. And that is 2d6. 6 points of damage, Sai.
3. Yeah, it's going better already.
This would have been a nice thing for me to soak.
Then, rolling on the table of fun. I've always wanted to use this table.
Wild magic sorcery.
Alright, that's a 50. What happens with 50?
Sorcerer's Charisma.
You cannot speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your
That
mouth.
means he can't cast spells that have verbal components.
Alright.
Catchy song.
It's a great song.
Now it's stuck in my head.
You know you only have to roll wild magic if you roll a 1, right?
Oh, really?
Oh.
You roll a d20 to see if you need to roll
Oh.
wild magic table.
Would
It's
that
less
be for
fun
each?
that way, but that is technically the rule.
Oh.
That's what I want to do. Is just every time
I
I
know.
cast.
I know.
Alright, yeah,
That's
okay.
how I've seen
I want to
most
make
play
it like 5 or below, you know? Like
A
it's
little
just
more than a
fun.
1.
Yeah.
I've never played it, so okay. So he doesn't roll a 1 then?
Aww.
So you can still talk.
Okay.
Dang.
Wick.
I'm going to go after the sorcerer.
Did you roll the 3rd Scorching Ray?
Yeah. I
Okay.
missed on 2.
Oh, okay.
Is he within 25 feet of me?
No. He
Okay.
booked it all the way to the side.
Well, I moved 25 feet closer towards him.
Okay, you're probably about 10 to 15 away.
I cast Hex on him.
Okay.
And then I cast Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Because I do have ranged spells.
Just so you are aware, that's the one that, like, so he's over here, Sai and Valchar are all really far away. Okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
Nope, I miss.
His AC's pretty bad.
I rolled a 4. I have a +3. I don't
Okay.
think it's a 7.
Nope.
It's actually a 6.
Anything else?
Neither of you. No, you took damage.
I took 3 damage.
Come on, Sai, you can do it!
Schwassum's up.
5 HP.
Side
So-
note: when you aimed the Scorching Ray,
Just you know, for fluff.
what was the
I go.
attack roll?
I rolled like a 2, a 4, and like a 16.
Which one would have been aimed at Valchar?
The 2 or the 4.
Okay, because this would have affected the mirror images. If you had hit the mirror image, it's a lower DC than mine. Or sorry, lower AC than mine.
What is this plus? I think it's a +5. Is that?
It'll be proficiency.
Oh, proficiency
plus-
plus 7, so a 4.
Would have
We
been
put on
11.
11. Would have been the
Okay.
max.
Regardless, it would have missed me, and it would have missed the
Okay, so
mirror.
Cool. Alright. So Valchar and Sai are pretty close to each other. How far away from them?
We're not
is
all that
Wick?
close. We're like 15,
15
20
feet
feet away from each
yeah.
other.
We're talking spells here. That's pretty close.
So Wick is like 20, like
I
15
moved
feet diagonally
25
from you now, because you
I
cut in.
moved 25 feet from the center spot.
So you're about 10 to 15 away diagonally from Wick.
Let me put it this way. I was going to cast Fireball, which is a 20-foot radius. Can I hit all 3 of them?
No, you can hit those 2 or.
Got it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I will actually cast...
The bigger thing for me.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on the one that Wick is attacking, which gives him a bonus 2, plus 2 to his AC.
Okay.
His AC goes up to 13.
And that's a bonus action, so I'm also going to do a Sacred Flame on... I guess I'll do it on Wick, so deck save. You're attacking the...
That's a 10.
Okay. So that's 2d8.
12 minus 2. I hate my dex.
Well, you're lucky you only got 2 radiant damage.
That 1 and a 1.
Yep, it's brutal. Yep.
Sai will be up.
That's a lot of ones.
At least it wasn't a -1.
You're up, Sai.
So is there a physical effect to the shield spell?
There's
It
probably
probably
like
It's a shimmer.
A little
Yeah,
bit of
it's a shimmer.
sheen, yeah.
That's why I haven't used it in some of these other ones. Is there's a visible component to
Like
it.
when I was fighting.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Mhm.
I see if 18
I'm gonna-
in that fight, I would have won.
I'm gonna yell out, "Wick, this one," and then I'm gonna run at Trazenar.
Dresden.
I'm never getting it right, so just get used to it.
It's Azanar.
Trazenar.
It's actually Azanar in disguise. This is his secret mission that he went on.
I'm assuming I'm within 30.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to.
So I'm going to attack with my
Sure.
rapier.
So, question: Can Dresden do mirror image and then Eldritch Blast as well?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I
Because
should
Eldritch
know.
Blast is
Yeah.
if Eldritch Blast is a
So
cantrip.
good.
Yep.
Oh god, that's so much better than I
Just
thought.
needs cantrip.
17.
Because mirror image is bonus?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh no!
Mirror image is an action.
It has to be a cantrip that's a bonus action.
Yeah, you can only do 1 action and 1 bonus action. So you could do a spell that's a bonus action and a cantrip that's an action, which is what I just did with Shield of Faith and Sacred Flame, or the other way around.
That's 9 damage.
Okay.
And then my offhand.
Yeah, that's
Same thing.
part of the reason why I haven't.
Yep.
Still hits.
I didn't do mirror image and then Sacred Flame.
5 more damage.
Okay.
And you're in melee now.
I'm in melee.
It's Dresden's turn. What is? Are there any bonus actions that a warlock has? I just have too many.
Well, Hex was a
Besides
bonus
Hex.
action. It depends on what spells they have, which
Right.
I don't know.
All right.
Luckily,
ooh.
warlocks only get a limited amount of spells. Spell slots. I don't know what level he is.
That must be. Oh, it's a whole action. Okay. I guess he's gonna go, boom, and then just do his jump thing, and then.
As he jumps, when he gets out of my range, do I get an attack of opportunity?
No.
Put a little flavor text.
Flavor text. And then he is gonna bonus action disengage. Wait, he can't do that 'cause he's not a rogue. Bonus action nothing, and just stand there then, and in his pose. Then that'll be his turn, Valchar.
So here's what's gonna be fun. Although I can't do a whole lot with it. Actually, I can. I lied. I'm gonna invoke duplicity. The duplicate's gonna go walk in range.
This has now become a 10-person battle.
We're like shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of images. Like, get out of my way.
We can't even fit in this room anymore.
And from the duplicate, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, which is a bonus action. And I'm going to...
The chair.
I'm going to summon the steel chair and attack Dresden.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. He wants your attention. Ashwin.
Oh, that's...
You rushed on not be named.
You have an entire page of text of Ryan.
Jeez.
Hi, Ashwin.
It's going to be 17 to hit.
Yes. And you smash the heck out of one of the images.
Sweet.
He's only got 2 spell slots if he's 5th level. Oof.
So
Being a
that
warlock
chair now
sucks.
exists in the world. And so does my duplicate. So, yeah.
Are you keeping track of their spell slots?
Yep. The one guy is going.
Other guy.
The other one is
The guy
going
who's not a
to
cleric or Tristan.
walk and try to line you and you up with a lightning bolt.
We're pretty far away. We're on opposite sides of the
It's-
range.
But we're also staggered because I can't move as far as Sai can.
Right, but size up with this guy. He's out here, so if he rotates up here, he's going to be able to do this type of shot. because you came.
He
up.
has to move.
This is why not having a
Geometry.
Right, it doesn't have a map, but you like I said, you were 15 feet away from him.
I was 15 feet away from him.
Right, so if he walks up about 25 feet, he'll have a nice angle to where the guy went all the way out here.
Okay.
How far is the...
He could go 30 if he wanted.
Well, not to move, but how far does the spell go?
It's like 100 feet.
Yeah.
It's like the whole distance.
Okay.
My only question is
if
it would go through your duplicate. I don't think it will for this one.
It doesn't. I guess it wouldn't really matter. However, it would be visible to you. Oh, this thing doesn't exist here anymore.
Yeah.
Or it isn't actually a thing because it wouldn't go away.
Oh, okay.
You just realize that it's not us. It's not you.
So Dex saving throws, people.
I'm gonna roll it.
21.
Just to see if it
24.
-1.
It's gonna be a,
I think you're taking full
There
damage
it
on
is.
this one.
that's a 12 for the duplicate. Just have it be like.
I joked about it last time, so of course it happened.
Yeah, why'd you say that?
It's only 18.
Okay.
So if you beat it, you take 9. Or
I take 18.
yes.
Yeah.
Would I see this coming if I'm fighting Trisman?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because he moved back.
Also a saving throw rather than an attack roll, right?
Yeah. All right. Didn't get a 1. I'll say a 3 or lower, just for them, because you only get to see him once. Then
Dwarves
Wick
can
is
only
up.
go 25 feet.
Yeah, he's not a dwarf though.
Okay.
He's
I had a moment.
He's a not dwarf.
I just had a moment.
Dude, we don't need all the details. Right?
I know. I'm trying. It's so much stuff.
Um.
Technically, it's a dragonborn.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Why'd you go and say
Here's what
that?
we need to know. What are they doing to us? How much health do they have left? This is all we need.
Wick cares about the Dragonborn.
Wick looks over at Sai and tries to cast Eldritch Blast. Moves 25 feet back towards Sai, and then and the NPC. And then cast Eldritch Blast at Tristan.
Okay.
Hey, that's a 19.
Yeah, you can hit him.
Great, I don't have Hex on him. Eldritch Blast, that's a D10. That's 4.
Okay.
Hey, guess who doesn't get bonuses on my spells?
She's on.
Okay, so you...
Oh, unless your actions are anger.
How are you doing? Okay. Then I am. No, I'm good. I'm good.
In character, you would probably notice that I have like a small scratch on me, and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've backed up off the one that I blessed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so and so remind me, are you in melee?
I'm in melee with Trishadalin.
Nope. Okay.
Accurate.
I'm gonna drop Shield of Faith and
Is that a concentration?
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm within 60 feet of Sai and cast Hold Person on Sai.
Yeah, you're well within that.
Yeah, I'm casting Hold Person on Sai, so I need a Wisdom save.
That's a 3.
Nope. You are paralyzed.
Why did I do all these things so that they end up being used on us?
Uh-oh.
Right.
Size up. Does he gets another? At the end of his turn, he can try again, right?
Yeah, so
End or beginning?
And.
and so you lose your turn at least this one.
And another wisdom?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
That matches, so you actually are no longer
free.
held. But you at least lost one turn.
But
So
you
Read this at the
you
end of your
use
turn
up
and not
another
like an
spell
action or
slot.
something like that.
The point is that at the very... Because I used a level 2 spell slot on that.
Oh, so you get to get
So,
at least a turn.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
at
Okay.
least make you lose a turn.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
And she's lost a spell slot from it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, who's after Sai?
Tristan. He's going to put his hand on your shoulder. And
Parry. That's not something everyone can do.
Oh, okay, good. 19, so that'll be like a 27 or something like that.
That hits.
I think it's 3d6. Oh, 4d6. So the white is just the hex. He put the hex on you, right? I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't remember.
Someone put hex on me.
On you. Okay.
I don't know who it was.
Then it was him. He put
Okay.
the hex
Yeah, it
on
would
you.
have been him.
There's only one hexer.
Okay.
On the other side.
You're gonna take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
You see some of his wounds heal a little bit, and he goes back to his position. Balchar's up.
We're going to start off with spiritual weapon.
Okay.
That's going to be an 8 to hit.
Nope.
Great. And then, as my action, I'm going to use Guiding Bolt on that one as well.
Tristan?
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to be 21 to hit.
He's going to direct it to another image.
Okay.
Now there's only 2.
So then that's going to be my turn. I'm going to stick where I'm at.
Okay.
Because I still have range on everything. And
Where did you go for your turn, Wick?
I moved 25 feet closer to Sai and Tristan.
Closer
So away from the one that was shielded and
Yeah.
towards. So if they're on these sides, then she went this way.
He's going to...
Trying to not, like, I tried to break the line.
Oh, okay. So you guys...
It's not, like, I know it's not completely possible, but he's going to have to move.
Where did you go? Did you go, like, up towards Valchar's over here-ish, right?
I actually would have gone down. Oh, that would have made the line. I would have broken the line from being a diagonal, and I would have tried to make it so that if he's hitting me, he's going to risk hitting one of his allies, so I would have gotten closer to his ally.
Okay, so you went and stood next to the cleric?
Were they 25 feet apart?
This is a lot of hard positioning without a
I know, I'm trying my best. No, the
Yeah.
cleric basically hasn't moved yet,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. I'm still in the
So
same.
I
Original
was-
position.
okay.
And you were
And I had moved
15
20
feet.
I had moved 20. So yes, I'm essentially in front of the cleric, I guess.
Okay. He's going to just cast 3 Scorching Rays at you. Yeah, it's not cocked. It'll be 2 hits. What did we say his plus was?
7.
The 19 and 22.
Those definitely hit.
Okay. It's 2d6, so I'll just roll both of them, all 4. So that'll be 10 and 9 damage.
19.
And I'll do the roll. It's a 4.
Oof,
Almost.
And
And that's his turn.
okay, I keep concentration on hex.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Wick is up.
I am going to use second wind. Okay, so that's
I unbookmarked everything for the mage. After that, oh no, maybe I didn't.
is Tristan within 25 feet of me?
Yeah, you could get to him.
Okay.
If you went towards him.
yes.
Yeah, you went. Yeah, you can.
Then I will move towards him.
Okay.
I just rolled another nat 20 on a pointless thing. I mean, not pointless, but I miss.
Okay.
Well,
He's pretty good
13?
AC. Yeah.
okay, then I miss.
I'm gonna action surge and try to hit him again.
Okay.
Nope. Even worse.
Okay.
Alright, no longer joking about action surge before the game.
I didn't joke about it.
No, before we started though.
That should
The
probably be,
attack miss, action surge
whatever.
miss.
Okay, so they're all closer to each other now, right?
How far away are you from Thrisden and everything? You're probably what, like?
I don't know.
Feet?
So I was further back than him.
I moved 30
Yeah, you
feet
guys
up.
were. He went up.
I
Those
went
two
up.
are in melee range.
They're in
Your
melee.
duplicate is in melee range.
My duplicate is in melee.
And then you have to be what, 30 feet for your chair?
No.
I think you're going to be within 30 feet of
I
it.
don't think so. If that's the case, then I probably would have moved in, but it's 60 feet.
Okay. So how close are you to Thrisden?
Probably 30 or 35 feet.
Yeah, I think the way that I'm picturing it is because you had just ran straight left initially.
Yeah, I ran basically like left and a little bit up.
Okay.
And then went up.
So
at Tristan.
20, 25 feet away at the initial one, and then I was 15 back from there.
Okay.
So about 40.
So let's say 40 feet away from Thrisden. Okay.
I would like to put a fireball to hit the three of
Sure.
them. That's a dex save from everybody.
That's cool.
And that's...
That just gets rid of all the mirror images, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 8d6.
Is it deck save?
Yes.
I'm halfway.
Fail. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably beat a 14.
Yeah, unnatural.
Okay.
And now you rolled an 18.
Okay, so that's 14... 20, 26, 28, 33, 39 total.
I'm out.
Halved for those who passed.
Halved
out.
and then halved.
Okay.
Thrisden passes out.
Did I see this coming?
It's a saving throw.
Not an attack.
So yeah, I'm out too.
So 39 halved is...
Since you're double halving, we're going to do 20
It ends
and
up
then
being
10.
Okay.
Because
Oh boy.
if you were single halving, then I'd do lower, but double halving will do 10.
I'm out.
Yep, Thrisden's out too. Sai,
Out.
you're out. Thrisden's out. Valchar.
Is up.
Oh.
Yeah, Valchar didn't get hit by that, or did he? Does the range?
The goal, it's 20-foot radius, so it's
Okay, yeah,
40 feet across.
So yeah,
The
well,
It
goal
would've
was
been-
not to hit Thurston, but if that's not possible, then
We're in melee with him, so.
depends on where. But yeah.
I mean, nah.
Okay.
It would.
Yeah.
He's too much into
Okay.
it. It would
Well,
hit him.
that was unintentional, but oh well.
If it's gonna hit here, if it hits Valchar, it hits Thrisden.
Okay.
So you can pick either not to hit Valchar and Thrisden, or to hit.
I'll hit them all.
I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word, which is 3rd level, and I get... It's 1d4 plus 3. Both of you get 5.
I'm up to 5.
Same.
And that's my bonus action. Great. I am said Thrisden's.
Oot.
He's out.
He's out. I'm going to cast at the cleric then.
Okay.
Sacred Flame.
I'm not going to lie, compared to the fireball.
Well, that's an 8.
Cool. You get that sweet 2d8 damage. That's max damage. That's 16.
Wow.
Look at you.
Voucher would like to rage.
Yeah, we've already raged this episode.
Voucher didn't though.
All right. The twin it walks a little bit closer and goes cast.
Most
The
he misses. I'm probably out.
black
again.
is at Sai. So that's you said is 9,
7.
7. So it'd be 17, and then the
Hits.
other two are gonna miss.
If the
17
17
and
was me,
17's you.
But you both have the same HP. Yeah.
It's gonna do
That's
4
fine.
damage. So,
I'm amazingly enough still standing.
Wick, you're up.
Okay. I have already used that though.
Jane making me want to roll a cleric next time.
Clerics are
Clerics
good.
are
Dude, you
good.
just gotta pick the right domain.
And mine's weak. Like the way that I built it, especially with the low AC.
Triggery clerics are not.
So Tristan
they're
is
vulnerable.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're fun. They're just not like.
You're doing great, Sai. That's cocked shit. 6 HP back. And then
I'm rolling an HP.
I turn. How close is the cleric?
That would be 20, 25 feet away.
So I can reach.
You could make it.
Okay. I'm going to run at the cleric and try to stab her.
Okay.
I would like to use warding flare to impose disadvantage on them.
So that's 15.
Do you get to do that after the first attack? Like after the
It's a
attack, or
reaction.
do you get to do? Do you have to do it before when they declare attacks?
I have to do it when they declare the
Okay.
attack.
That is only a 11.
Okay. Anything else?
I've already used my bonus action to heal Sai
Okay.
some. So
Okay.
you got a tiny little angry gnome in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I don't have hex anymore because I went unconscious.
My bigger problem is Valchar. Actually, probably my biggest problem is that I knocked out my own person. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word at level 2 and revive my person. So that's wow. 3 plus 3, so 6. That was a really bad damage or healing roll. And then so that's my bonus action, and then for my main action I'm gonna see if I can get rid of the angry gnome in front of me and cast Sacred Flame on you. Dex save, please.
10. Bye.
You take 12.
I take 1 and then go down.
Sai.
So Tristan just raised in front of me, right? I haven't moved.
Probably still prone,
He's
but yeah.
prone. Yeah, he's down. You're prone too, but if you stand up.
I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna use my offhand weapon.
Okay.
To stab Tristan while he's
I
down.
think you still have to hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
advantage.
So that'll be a 16 and a 17.
Yep.
So I'll use a 17. And that is
Auto crit, right?
No.
No, it's just advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
I-
alive. He's
Right.
just down. He's just prone.
So how does this work? If I use my offhand first, can I use my +3 on the offhand? I only get that once, right? Does it matter whether it's your main hand or offhand?
Just on your main hand.
It's just on your main hand? Okay.
But you do get sneak attack because you have advantage.
Right. So I will use my sneak attack.
Okay, if your sneak attack, he's out again.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
you're
I'm
non-lethal.
gonna run over to the cleric and use my rapier to stab.
I mean, technically, he might not be. But, right? 3d6.
That is a 23.
All right. Why don't you just
Hit
roll
me.
the 3d6?
Yeah.
Okay,
11.
yeah.
Yes, 20 whatever will hit me.
3. Yeah. And this is my rapier. And I don't get sneak attack again. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, I already used warding for
How's Shwasana looking?
bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Thrisden's out. Valchar.
I'm going to use my bonus action and move the chair.
Okay.
I need to double check. I believe it's as soon as it's in range it can attack. And repeat the attack, yep. So as long as it was able to move 20 feet and there's a 20-foot gap, then I will use that to attack.
Okay.
11.
Nope.
I
assume you're tagging me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action for Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Just look at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's late.
That's another 8 on that Sacred Flame. You could knock me out right here.
It's real light. I probably did. That's going to be 14.
That's me out.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
How are you looking, by the way?
I'm at 23. I still only had the 10 damage.
Okay.
I'm out.
And you're still up?
I including temporary hit points, I have 14 HP.
Oh, right.
So you look pretty decent. God. So the only 3 are left are these 3. Okay. He's just gonna send. He's gonna cast. Yeah, he can't get a lightning bolt. Can he?
Melee, and I'm still where I was at.
Right. Trying to think. Yeah, there's no way he could do. Oh wait, no. You moved to where.
Yeah, he's like
You
right
moved
next
right
to
to
me.
the
I'm at the
cleric.
cleric.
He was
Yeah.
only 1 move away from the.
You'd have to get behind the cleric because
Yeah,
Valchar's way behind me.
I think he can do that. He's gonna move within range of you then, and
Melee range?
well, yeah, he'll be next to you, and then he's gonna cast the bolt, trying to hit both of you as a last ditch effort to maybe win. That's his. It's like his last spell slot, except for little ones.
This is lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt. Yep. Dex saving throw.
What do we have to beat?
I needed that.
You are
It
gonna
wasn't
have
the
to
one- the
beat
thing that I wanted.
I think it's 14.
Yes, that's what you said.
Yeah.
That sounds
I rolled a 14, so I believe that means
Yep.
You take half damage, which unfortunately for this is
still a lot.
yeah.
Lightning bolt's a pretty rad spell.
Lightning bolt and fireball are both big hitters.
They're a little bit of a trump card.
Did you pass yours?
Mm-mm.
It is 21 points of
I'm
damage.
still up, though.
So that's round. Do I round up or down?
Down.
So that'd be 10 damage.
Yep. You're still up then.
That's his turn.
And you're down?
Nope, I'm up.
Barely.
Not
but
by much, but I'm up.
Then it will be Sai's turn.
This guy hasn't been hit, I don't think.
not much.
Not at all.
Attack these.
I tried.
Okay.
Nope. 9.
Nope.
That was part of my job.
Offhand. 10. So nothing.
Valchar.
Go away, stupid thing that popped up inside.
Oh, I gotta roll the chart, but it's wow, it was cocked on a 3. Nope.
A 3 is just as good of a 20 in that case.
I am going to... I'm going to bet on this. I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Wisdom save.
Okay. Oh shoot, this guy has like quickening spells and stuff. I don't even know what that stuff does.
Oh yeah, sorcery. Or
I don't know what any
yeah.
of that stuff does.
Yeah.
What am
The
I?
thing that I always
Wisdom
forget
saving
about.
throw.
Yeah.
Wisdom. He is okay at wisdom. Oh, it's on a 14. It's a 4.
That is going... He is...
He is
Held.
held.
He's held.
Okay. Done.
Gently. Held gently.
Paralyzed.
Actually, so he's back in...
He's right next to Sai,
where
which
the
is next to
cleric
the
was.
cleric.
I'm going to use the chair.
Sure.
Yeah, it could get there for
That's
sure.
advantage because of the paralyzed, right?
Yep.
11. Okay. It's going to be 17 to hit.
Yep.
Which is going to be a crit. Where's my spiritual weapons? 1d8.
Oh. That's
So you
nifty
get
if
to
you
double
Yeah,
Maybe
I was
unfreezes.
wondering why.
17.
Yeah.
I've never played one before.
17
17 points of damage from
It
a
was a-
chair.
Well, because remember, any
Auto-
hit is
auto
a crit.
crit.
From a
Because he's
chair?
held.
Okay. Still for a
Yep.
bonus action.
Yep.
It's a really
It could,
hard
okay,
chair.
Max could. What's your
Max is a... So it's a +3. Max would have been...
21?
Yeah.
2d8
It would have been 1.
8.
Spiritual weapons only a 1.
would have been 19.
But you double it for a crit.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Max
So I
damage
did
would be
14.
21.
It would have been 16 +3,
Yeah.
which would have been 19.
Wait, so as a bonus action, you get your proficiency for the damage?
According to this, I get...
Spiritual weapon does, yeah.
Really?
It's
I
when
guess
it's
it's
not
melee
spell
attack.
It's not
casting mod.
proficiency. It's my spell.
Yeah, it's
your
the spell
casting
cast.
mod.
It seems
Spiritual
weird.
weapon is an absurdly broken
It's my
spell.
turn.
It's
Okay,
amazing.
that's what I was wondering. 17.
It's also because it's cast
Sure.
as a spell, and then you just maintain it as a bonus action.
My
And
turn,
there's no
Tyler?
concentration on it.
It's
Uh,
cast as a
attack
bonus
with
action
advantage?
too,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a very broken spell.
Got close. It was a 19, but I crit anyways.
Yeah,
so
so
I believe that hits with a 25.
Yeah.
And you
But
had
it
advantage, so it is.
And
It does require you to choose to use your bonus actions for that rather than for healing or something else.
Okay,
So
I
that
think,
way
yeah,
it's
you'll get
only sort of counterbalance.
3, 7, 17, 22, 44 plus 3 is 47 damage.
Uh-oh. You kill him.
Well, wait.
Non-fatally, obviously.
Well, I said you had to hold back your dice if you want to do that less.
If dead, I don't have the res.
Well, it's not dead.
It's dead.
It's negative.
There's gotta be a way to not kill him during sparring.
He only has 27 HP, and he had 16.
Total?
Yeah.
That wasn't double. If he has 27, I would have had to do 54 damage. And
No, you go negative
It's if he goes
over
to
your-
negative 27.
over your total, and he already took 16.
16.
So he was at 11. And we're going to end the session right there. See you guys next week.
I might not be here.
Should we do any? No.
Oh, do you guys want to do sign-offs?
No. See, we've ruined it already, but no.